Hello, we are live here for Street Show today. Thank you for joining us. Since 2017, Street Shows brought hundreds of hours of paid street performances to Nicollet and Hennepin Avenues in downtown Minneapolis. Now, Street Show brings this experience to you. Join us for live streaming performances from noon to 1 on Tuesdays and Thursdays in May and June. Visit www.streetshowminneapolis.org for more information. This is brought to you by Minneapolis DID, Hennepin Theater Trust, and the Warming House. Today we have Reuben Correa. Welcome, Reuben.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, we'll enjoy your music now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play my Celtic harp, Gothic style Celtic harp. For those of you who have not seen a harp before, or the Celtic harp, it's smaller than the orchestra harp. And instead of pedals, we use levers. So these levers up here, these are my sharps and flats. Then if I want to play in a different key, I have to raise the lever. So anyway, that's a little lesson in harps. Also, this thing is really light. It's only 20 pounds, and I made it from a kit 33 years ago. And I wanted it to look like it was from the Renaissance period. So I stained it dark and learned to do some gold leaf. And it's been to France and over the United States. So I should stop talking and play for something for you. So. I'm going to start by playing a piece that I wrote in '91. It's called The Delightful Spring Day, and it's a happy song, and it's my signature song. When I am nervous, like I am now, I play this song to calm myself down. Okay, I'm relaxed now. It's really odd when you're playing on the street. You're competing against motorcycles and buses and trains and occasionally people walking down the street with boombox or people coming up to the harp and strumming along with you. And so I'm not quite used to this silence. So you can hear every note, including the ones that aren't supposed to be there. All right, well, I will play Greensleeves now. This is a fairly late arrangement of mine, um, and I played it on a YouTube video for Music Maker Kit Shop, where I got the kit for this harp. And I have gotten requests for this arrangement for all over the United States. So I hope you enjoy it. got to remember to change your lever's back or you'll get a funny sound. All right. Well, right along the Renaissance period, I was playing at the Renaissance Festival in Minnesota. And the, the queen at that time, she loved to dance and she would get up on stage and dance and she would invite the children of the realm to get up on the stage to dance with her. Well, the Renaissance costumes are really heavy, and she had this massive skirt, and she got to swinging around that thing and knocked a kid off the stage. And so the next piece was inspired by that romping around on stage. It's called The Queen's Romp. Okay, that was a fun piece. So you can not only play Renaissance type music on a Celtic harp, you can play popular pieces too. I'm going to get a drink of water here. When I get hoarse, I can tell that I'm talking too much. So I'm going to be playing Falling in Love, the piece that Elvis Presley sang. Thanks. Um, I suppose you were watching when I play up on the strings and down on the strings. Uh, you should play in the middle. That's the richest harp tone. But the harp is so, um, it's like an orchestra. So if you play up here, it's a little brighter tone. It's like a guitar. And if you play down here, it's like a lute. And then, of course, you can do bells and xylophones. And my favorite sound is called a string slide. It's a little fun fact. We played a piece in Alaska whenever I went there for master classes, and I taught them all these neat sounds, and we did a concert, and I wrote a piece for it. It's called Shimmering Dancing Lights. Of course, I can't play it because we need 17 other harpists to play it with me. But I just thought I'd let you know. Okay, well, I'm going to play a piece called A Peaceful Journey. Uh, this song was inspired by a little girl on the cancer unit at Children's Hospital. And after 20 minutes of playing, she would come out of her room and I would let her strum the harp. And she got this really big smile. And I taught her to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and Mary Had a Little Lamb and stuff like that. So as I was leaving the ward after playing, the nurse walks up to me and says, "Do you know what a miracle you're seeing? That little girl can't even turn her head without excruciating pain." And here she was walking out of her room. So the nurse said, "Well, she has cancer all over her body, and they're going to take her into surgery and cut out all the cancer, and then they are going to put her in a drug-induced coma for several months so her body could heal." So that really inspired me. And so I wrote this song for her, and then I played it a lot. And then when she went into surgery and had the cancer removed, I continued to play by her room. And after she came out of the drug-induced coma, she said that she could hear me play for her, and that inspired her to get better. So I'm going to play The Peaceful Journey. All right. Well, I'm getting used to this playing. It's really odd talking to myself and playing for myself. I'm going to play a piece called Amazing Grace. And um, I feel thankful that I can play the harp and I can talk because 3 years ago I had a stroke and I lost my speech and I lost 5.5 hours of memorized music. And I have been climbing the hill to uh, regain some of the music and my speech. And pretty much, if I talk slow, you can understand me. But if I get excited, it all comes out gobbledygook. So um, let's get this done. All right. Um, let's see. People have always asked me how I became a harpist. So I started out as a piano player when I was 8 years old. And then I got to high school, and the band director wanted me to play the tuba. And because they wouldn't let me carry the piano in the marching band. So I took up the tuba, and then I went into the military and forgot all the tuba stuff. But I went to Bethel College and I was accepted as a tuba player. And while I was there, somebody donated a concert harp, $25,000, really tall instrument, hand carved, gold leafed. And I thought, I have always wanted to try one of these. So I did. And I fell in love with it. And the first thing my harp teacher taught me was to do a glissando. So I can change my scale from a 8-tone scale to a 5-tone scale. Let's see. And it's the most beautiful sound, heavenly even. Welcome to heaven. That's something I demonstrate on the street um, when I get a chance. Okay, now I have to do the levers all over again. But my sixth CD, it's called A Peaceful Journey, and that's the way it sounds. I mean, starts. Okay. Oh, there are 31 strings on my harp. Celtic harps come in different shapes and sizes. Mine is called a Gothic harp because it swoops up big like that. Most Celtic harps are like a graceful 7 shape. The Gothic harp is a little brighter sounding because you have to bend the soundboard to put into the frame. Celtic harps are a little deeper, and so that's the kind of harp you would play if you would want to sing to your to the people. I don't sing. I let my harp sing because if you heard me sing, you would run for the border. All right, so let's see. Let's see. I play a lot of weddings. And so I will play Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring. You never know what will go on in a wedding. I was playing for a wedding once, and the ring bearer misunderstood that he was actually, his purpose was to hold the ring. He came down the aisle and he was growling like a bear. And when we asked him why he was growling, he goes, I'm a ring bear. So that was really funny. Let's see. Make sure that my levers are set. Well, it's a really cheerful piece. And one time I was playing at a reception for a movie producer or whatever, and he was all strutting around, and he came up to me and he said, "That was a lovely Irish jig." And the reason I'm not in movies today is because I corrected him, and I said, "No, that's Jesu joy of man's desiring. It's a Bach piece." So I know I messed up my chance. Let's see. Um, how about I play Edelweiss? Oops. Edelweiss is a world-renowned piece. I thought it was a German traditional song, but it's actually was composed for the musical Sound of Music. That's one of my favorite pieces to play. It's a just sweet melody. So let's see. Oh, I was gonna play a song that I composed. Um, when my son was about 4 years old. He, we, as a family, we went on a picnic, and we stayed way late, and the dusk was falling, and my wife went up to bring the car up, and we're lugging all the coolers and everything back to the car. And in the headlights, I saw a frog leap up into the headlights. And I said, "Frog!" And we dropped all our belongings and went after that frog. And we were, by the time we caught him, we were covered with dewy grass and all kinds of stuff. And but we caught him, and we put him in the ice cream bucket, and so we knock holes in the bottom, I mean top, and uh, it was too dark to really take a picture of him, so we were going to wait till the next day. Well, as parents, you want to frame the perfect picture, and as I was just getting ready to snap the picture, my son flipped off the lid, the frog jumped out into the garden, and we never saw the frog again. But we have a really nice picture of Trevor holding an empty bucket. So this piece is called Me and My Son Catching a Frog. And if you hear this sound, that's the frog slipping through our fingers. And if you hear that, that's the frog hopping. All right. That's it was a funny story. I can hear you laughing. Um, I want to play a piece called What a Wonderful World. And when I play for veterans, uh, especially the older veterans, this piece is one of the pieces they always ask for. Okay, getting quite energized here. I will attempt to play a jig, county down. It's a Irish jig, and it's a cheerful number. see. I will play another Irish song. This one is was Turlough O'Carolan, the famed Irish blind harpist. He was born sighted, but smallpox made him blind, and the great house, the lady of the great house, brought him in, gave him a tutor. He learned how to play the harp, and then she gave him a harp, a guide, and a horse, and then he went through the land of Ireland telling stories and playing harp. So this is his thank you song for taking him into the house and um, helping him with his life's journey. So I usually end my set with Ode to Joy because I want people to have a happy melody to go throughout their day. So I will end my performance today with Ode to Joy. thank you for listening and have a great day.
All right. That was wonderful. Congratulations. That was beautiful. You
Thank
did
you.
such a great job. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. And I figured out how to use the information on the side where we plugged in your PayPal account and your website and said that you had CDs available. So I was able to click on it like a couple few times during the show and it would come up on the screen. It was
Oh,
really nice. Yeah. So the message got out.
okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Boy,
Oh man. Yeah. You have a well-deserved break now. That was amazing.
thank you. It was an experience, and I have plenty of music. So next month we want to do it again. We can do it again.
That sounds wonderful. I'm looking forward to it.
All
All right.
right.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
All right. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.